Hello everyone, and this is my review for Monday Night Raw on October the 5th, 2015. And, you know, actually there was some good in Raw, but overall I felt the show was very, very poor in general. Where I felt it was actually good. The Paige-Natalya match was a good match. I thought they did a really good job of conveying the story that they had been going through with just those two people over the past couple weeks, with how Natalya is confronting Paige about her actions with her team, and that match kind of conveyed that. I felt like the match they put on tonight was a pretty good match. So that was actually a good segment in there. The Paul Heyman segment, obviously he always gives good promos and everything in that aspect, but the aspect to that segment was also having Brock Lesnar show his dominance, and they just did it again with the Big Show, which you kind of thought they would be done with that after the whole MSG event from this weekend, but obviously they decided to use it one more time to convey a little bit more towards the Brock Lesnar Undertaker match for Hell in a Cell. Other areas I felt that are pretty good in there was the Randy Orton, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Wyatt family. I like where they're going with the whole Wyatt family and, Bray and Wyatt and Roman Reigns in this case, setting up for the Hell in a Cell match. And they're kind of getting some of the extra stuff that they needed to get out of the way so they can kind of make this a one-on-one feud again, because they had inserted Randy Orton in there and they needed to have this six-man tag to kind of get that portion out of the way so they can focus a little bit more into Bray versus Roman Reigns. So, in the end, not bad segments there on the show. The end of the night, mixed bag. The rest of the stuff is like mixed bag stuff where, I just felt you had some good there, but they weren't so great in the end with how they were going with everything. I actually did kind of like what they did with John Cena and the New Day at the end of the show. Though, why are they inserting Dolph Ziggler in there? He's technically not done with his feud with Rusev at this time, yet they had no interaction between the two of them. I'll get into that portion a little bit, but the area with Cena going up against another New Day member, I like the area where they tease Ziggler accepting the open challenge, but he gets beaten up by the New Day. I actually like that aspect of it, but why are they choosing Dolph Ziggler here? They could have gone a different route with this in the end, but it did lead into them just again getting put over strong in this case, but again ending another match in disqualification, which you don't necessarily. I don't necessarily always want to see that, especially with title matches in general. But, it's another way of putting over the New Day strong. So I'm liking that they're actually doing that. In this case, they left Cena, Ziggler, and the Dudleys out lane. And they also announced early in the night when they had their segment with Stephanie, which I thought was also pretty good, that they had another match with the Dudleys at Hell in a Cell. So they're putting them over strong in this case. I don't know if this is putting them over so strong that they're going to end up losing in the end. I find the New Day very entertaining at this point in time. We'll see how long that actually lasts as well for this case. But I like what they did tonight. I felt they did a pretty good job in that particular case. The rest of the show, man, just kind of. I can't say it was really, really bad, but it wasn't good by any stretch of the imagination. You had yet again another 6 Diva tag match with Team Bad going up against Team Bella. It was good to see that they put over Sasha Banks in this case, but how often are they going to really just do this? And they did at least do a little bit of a backstage thing with Charlotte afterwards to try to promote a little bit more of the rematch between Nikki Bella and Charlotte at Hell in a Cell. Okay, you did that there. You at least got that over there. But seriously, another six diva tag match. How many more times are they gonna do that in general? I mean, I'm glad they did a one-on-one match earlier in the show, but you negate it again by having another six diva tag. What else happened that was just kind of weird in general? This storyline that they're going with King Barrett and Neville seems really weird. You have him talk. You have King Barrett on the microphone talking about talking up Neville and how he's trying to be buddy with the guy and everything like that. And yet says, oh, he performed some kind of cheap shot to Sheamus, so it causes the distraction to make Neville lose. So they're going with some kind of weird storyline with the two of them. I don't know where they're exactly going with it. I would have actually probably been more interested in having Barrett go up against Stardust first before they have him go back against Neville. But it looks like they're going to have him go up against Neville. And in the end, Sheamus doesn't really do anything tonight. He's just Mr. Money in the Bank. Awesome. So nothing there from him. What else did we get on the show? You got this weird, I won't say weird, but again, continuing off the Summer Rae Rusev storyline. That, again, I'm not a big fan of, but they did actually make this one kind of okay. It wasn't overly bad. Maybe it was just the aspect of some of Rusev's actions trying to bring it back towards the storyline with interacting with the crowd there. But they did this storyline where Summer Rae comes out and does this tribute video to Rusev, and then she asked him to marry her, which obviously is in the traditional sense, is the role reversal there. But I liked how they actually played it off there. It made Rusev come off as a more serious character in the end. He goes out there, he says yes, but he only says yes whenever he wins another title. So they're gonna I guess they're gonna do, I won't say a main event push, but they're gonna definitely push him towards some kind of title here to make this storyline kind of work, or they might just have him go on a losing streak. Who knows where they're gonna go with this in general? But they actually did something that kind of made it okay. Not good by any stretch of the imagination, but they did okay with it. And it kind of portrayed Rusev back into that serious notion versus kind of this wonky love triangle storyline that they've been going with. So we'll see where they go with that down the road here. What else? What else did I want to go with? They didn't really do much with Kevin Owens and Ryback. It was pretty much just, Kevin Owens won his match against Sin Cara that they set up on the Raw pre-show, and when he continued to try to continue to try beating down both Sin Cara and Kalisto, which again, 2-on-1 situation. Though when they did do that, Sin Cara was already out, so he went after Kalisto. They had Ryback come out there. He runs away. Your typical thing in there. So, I mean, that was the main portion of Raw. And in all honesty, like I said, I felt the show was lacking. They did do some good things in there, but in the end, I felt the show was kind of blah. It wasn't very good by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm going to go with what they did. I think it was about halfway through the show, and they do this every year now. It's been about 4 years now that they've done the Susan G. Komen and the breast cancer awareness and raising funds and everything like that. And, I like what they do here. And I like how all the everybody kind of takes the storylines out of this one, because every now and again you got to do something kind of real in there, and they do that this time. They always do stuff with the pink ropes, the different shirts each year. They bring people they bring some of the breast cancer survivors in there, kind of give them a moment of time, everything like that in there. And I like the aspect that they do that. And that area is kind of a touchy subject with me in general, because I had a close personal family friend that went through that and survived and is still living to this day and continuing to fight on and everything like that. So, you know, the aspect that they do something like that, it's more of a personal aspect towards me. I appreciate that WWE actually goes through that. I appreciate any place that tries to raise funds for something in the terms of cancer or anything like that. It's a great way of going. If you can support, I always say go ahead and do it. If you can't, obviously, you know, you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. So that's always a mainstay there. So if you, especially when it comes towards breast cancer, cancers in general, if you can support, please do. It's always a great thing in the end. Obviously, don't do it if it means it's going to be like it's going to take food off of your family's table. Do it if you can. And but it's great to see that WWE is doing something like this. I usually grab one of the shirts every year just because I like to support. It has a personal meaning towards me in some way. So it was good to see WWE doing that, and I just wanted to kind of get that out there as well and off my chest as well. And I'll probably do it every year if I'm still doing reviews. This time next year I'll probably say it again at that point in time. So, like I said everything about Raw beforehand before I went on to that. And that is my review for Monday Night Raw this week, guys. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And again, if you can support, please do with with not just breast cancer awareness, any kind of cancer in general. It takes too many lives away. And if they can actually do something that's more than just treatments in the end, we come up with some kind of full-on cure that kind of takes it out right away, that would be awesome somewhere down the road. So we'll see where everything goes with that. I'll obviously see how with the scientists and how they do research on all that. And again, if you can support, man, please do. And I thank you guys for watching.